Hey, what's up, guys? So this is going to be a very short one. I'm going to talk about interesting things. We're going to talk about something different than just freelancing and business. We're going to talk about 7 things I regret not doing in my 20s. And if you're in your 20s right now, or in your early 20s, you just starting your career, this 7 things will probably be probably gonna be good warning signs for what to pay attention to. If I were to relive my 20s, those are 7 things I would do differently. All right, let's get started. Number 1, taking money seriously. And when I was 20, I would make good money and bad money, and I had good seasons and bad seasons. But throughout my early 20s and into late 20s, I didn't really invest. I didn't really put anything aside. I didn't take care of my financial future. I just sort of spent it however I wanted, buying things I didn't really care about or needed, or buying bottle services at the club. So taking care of financial situation more seriously is something I wish I would have done in my 20s. And now that I'm in my 30s, late 30s, I take care of my finances and I do things differently. And there's plenty of resources on how to be financial literate, but it wasn't so much about literacy, it was more about laziness and not wanting to face the debt, face the bills, face the credit card statements. I just wanted to live in a moment. Number 2, taking care of my health. Just like with money, you don't really care about your future when you're young, but eventually it will catch up with you. Bad habits, drinking, smoking, horrible diet, bad sleep schedule, it will catch up, and eventually you will feel the consequences of your choices. I wish I would have gone more to the gym. I wish I would have picked up a sport in my 20s. I wish I drank less. I quit drinking altogether, but in my 20s I drank a lot. I would spend nights in the club, partying till 6 in the morning, doing drugs, doing alcohol, doing tequila shots. And that definitely had an effect on my business. I would wake up hungover. I would not take care of my clients. I would not do what I need to do. And it would clutter my brain. It would clutter my brain. I didn't have the clarity. I didn't have the vision. It was all about party. Number 3, getting rid of bad habits. Just like I said before, drinking and partying, those are all bad habits. But there were other bad habits like eating bad food, not having consistent schedule, going to bed whenever I felt like, waking up whenever I felt like. Especially if you're single, especially if you don't have family, you don't adhere to a schedule. Your life is sporadic, chaotic, and those are bad habits. Number 4, I wish I read higher quality content and books. I did read a lot in my 20s, but mostly I read motivational books. I read books that made me feel good, that were self-help books, but they didn't quite teach anything. And we'll talk about this a little bit more. I probably will start a book list club to create a legitimately valuable list of books that teach you how to run business, teach you how to self-improve, and not just there for feel good, kind of make you happy. A lot of these books did bring some value, but they were just so shallow and not practical, just overall philosophical books. I wish I spent time reading classics, philosophy, religion. Those books help you think better. Number 5, I did wish I traveled more, and I did travel quite a bit, but not to as many countries as I wanted to, not to as many cities. And traveling is just overall a good thing. Even if you're traveling on a budget, you still get a perspective, especially if you're a freelancer and you take your work with you. You get to see how people live in different environments. You get to see different cultures, try different foods. But most importantly, what you will end up seeing is a massive amount of people living on income significantly smaller than yours and happy with that income. I'm not bashing on North Americans, Canadians, but Americans have this filter over their eyes that life is difficult and their struggle and they're struggling with their problems. If you lift that veneer and watch how people live in the world in different countries, you start appreciating your life more. Number 6, I wish I spent less time doing stupid shit. And by stupid shit, I mean hang out with people I didn't care about, going to parties and hangouts I didn't care about, but most importantly, watching those TV shows that meant nothing. Marathoning cartoons like Family Guy. I would sit down on Friday evening and I would spend entire weekend watching funny animations like Family Guy and South Park, or instead of reading a book, I would just watch Californication because I thought it was funny. It was funny. It was good. But my point is, I wasted a lot of time consuming content that didn't even benefit me, was not educational, and was mildly entertaining. And number 7, last but not least important, is I wish I started building personal brand earlier in my life. And now I understand how important it is, but what I did not understand in my 20s, that by building personal brand, not only you expand your own expertise, you expand your own knowledge, you actually learn more about yourself by sharing ideas, by sharing content, by producing, creating, writing. But another important thing is you meet so many cool people. You get to hang out virtually and in real life with people you otherwise would have never ever met. And those people can take you places, and personal brand can take you places, can take your business to another level. And I wish I started that at least in my mid-20s. Even if I had nothing much to say, it would still benefit me more than not having a brand. That's kind of it. If I missed something or you have one you want to share, post it in a comment. I hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I post mostly about freelancing and business, but occasionally I want to do this self-development. Self-development that does not suck ass. That's not about, oh, feel good and 500 reasons why you're lazy. There's plenty of content on that, but I want to be very specific at what did not work for me. And hopefully you following the same path will avoid those mistakes. All right, I'm getting on the tangent here. Let's see you in a week, and voila, and bye.